What's up, my XRP brothers from another mother and my cute XRP sisters? This is Rob coming from the Rob007 channel from beautiful but cloudy Venice Island, not 5 out of 5 down at the beach, not at the beach. But the title of this episode is Ripple XRP about to dominate the traditional finance world and nothing can stop it. Cheers and enjoy it. You've earned it. Watch this episode to the end. Got a great one for you guys for a Thursday. The weekend's almost here, and thank you as always. We got last episode over just about 10,000 views coming up on that. That's just with 4,300 subs roughly. And welcome my new 100 subscribers to this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, but indeed, if you are new to this channel, if you would hit the subscribe button to subscribe, the bell for notifications, that like button, tap it, slap it, whatever you are feeling for a Thursday. And if you do Twitter, follow me at RobXRP 007 on Twitter. Yes, and I am indeed grateful to have XRP 007 channel for about 2 years. That's how you guys mostly know me as. So at 31,000 subs, it's going to be a lot of fun to get back there. So we will. And a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, nor everything on this channel is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Do I make myself perfectly clear? I digress. And don't forget about the fine folks at Caleb and Brown. Yes, the link is finally in the description down below. One of my favorite places to custody XRP. One, just for trust and safety reasons that I don't lose it. And secondly, so I can actually execute a trade during the banana zone. Because yes, when we hit the banana zone, which is soon, by the way, a lot of exchanges, it's going to be tough in terms of even executing the trade. So tell them Rob sent you. Link is in the description as well. And also, got to get the Kraken one in there if I can get the Kraken link. But yeah, and when you open up a account with them, you get $50 free. I think there are a few of those left. And on the iTrust, we'll get the iTrust in there today too. They'll double your pleasure and give you a $100 bonus when you sign up. iTrust will let you custody your XRP there as well. And look for some exciting news to happen. I'll be speaking to those fine folks probably later today or tomorrow. And also, if you want to get an ROI on your XRP and ROI, OMG, just email me your name, number, and a good time to call you. Email is, yes, finally in the description. In the comments, Barry Barr, or Bammy Barr, says, XRP basically buy now or cry forever. Absolutely love it. That's music. That is so good. That's a good one. And also in the comments, Peter says for Christmas, he wants a $300 XRP. That is $100 for each side of the logo. Really nice. 100x, 100x RP. Yeah, and also currently we do have Bitcoin trading at 109,778. It's down about 2% on the 24-hour. And XRP, it's at 281 at the time that I was scripting this. In that area, still hovering above 280. We'll take that. We'll like it. It's down about 1.5% on the 24 hours. The fear and greed index, it's at 51 now, which is neutral. So is the dump already kind of bottom in? Is the bottom in? Well, the fear and greed seems to indicate that we are pulling out of it. And yes, the full moon is on September 7th. We will usually pump into the full moon. So we'll see what happens. BailX says, up on Twitter, says, met with his insider. Huge news coming. Hopefully soon. And yes, hopefully indeed September will shine like December gold. Let's see what September will bring. Mr. Poole says, this is kind of neat. He was actually sending out a lot of tweets between last night and this morning. Has an image of a train leaving the station. Also has another following image of people standing in lines with, guess what? Their bags packed. And then the last one is about an hour ago. He says, system has been initialized. Watch carefully. Nothing is random. So exciting. Eleanor Tarrant, this is actually really great news. She says, scoop, Senate banking updated draft of the infrastructure is happening this week. So hopefully they'll have that over to them, to the Senate Banking Committee with a draft of the infrastructure bill. And that would be great if we get it in September and do not have to wait till October. We'll see. We're just right into the first few days of September. Kenny Wynn, shout out to you, Kenny, says Vietnam, go for lunch, to paraphrase. It says with crypto regulations, which allow foreign crypto exchanges to be in Vietnam now. Exciting, beautiful country too, by the way. Breaking Bitwise, this is great. Just another one. Line them up, fill them up, knock them back. Bitwise is launching a XRP ETP, which is the equivalent of an ETF here in the United States. But this is going to be over in Switzerland on a Swiss exchange. How exciting. Just another one that will be chipping away at the supply of your XRP. High Vibes Asset up on X reminds us that XRP could be used and will be used as a strategic reserve as much as 1 billion. Imagine that, 1 billion XRP if the U.S. Treasury held it. And also, this was kind of rumored out over the weekend too, or over the last couple of days, is that Ripple can actually gift the Treasury XRP, and when they do that, they actually get to skate around the red tape and implement that quicker than later. And I gotta go back and just think, what deal was inked in Mar-a-Lago in December with Trump, Brad Garlinghouse, and Stuart Alderati? Will we ever know, or does it come out? That's only time will tell. That is really exciting. And this is kind of wild stuff on another totally non-related XRP. You know, there's a thing called the pizza indicator, and it has to do with DC. And so anytime there's an uptick of pizzas in DC, it's an indicator that something big is about to happen. For example, during the invasion of Grenada, pizza orders went up, and basically what happens is the people of the 3-letter agencies, they're gonna be working 24 hours around the clock, and they order pizza for them. You know who follows it like a hawk? Russia follows our pizza indicator in DC. You can't make that up. Pretty cool stuff. Daniel G, the G-Man up in Chattanooga, great to chat with you as always, my friend, says he has adjusted his price targets ever so slightly. He had been at $8 for his range of $8 to $12. He's adjusted that ever so slightly down to $7 to $12 is his zone where he will be taking profit, still leaving a moon bag in that $27 to $30 price range. And his time frame, by the way, this kind of excited, gets me excited. His enthusiasm was actually just kind of rubbing off on me as well. It has me excited this afternoon. His time frame is anywhere from the end of September, cross fingers, I'd love $7 by the end of September, or to the middle of October, citing that he thinks that there will be a buy the rumor, sell the news with the XRP ETFs set to come out in October, right around that 18th through 25th range. Yeah, I'm hoping that we actually make that move by the end of September. Would be beautiful. I know we could all use it. And speaking of September, the fun begins on September 17th. That is super, super exciting news for the rate cuts. That's less than 2 weeks away now. Rumor has it that it could be a decent rate cut, as much as either down to, now this, I don't expect a 3% rate cut at all, or 3 basis points, but a 1 basis point cut would be outstanding if we got that. I think everybody will at least expect a quarter. Probably another percentage of us think, half a point is in order, but if they kind of doubled up and did a whole basis point, that would absolutely rip the markets for risk on assets like crypto and XRP. ETF approvals in 6 weeks away, 6 to 7 weeks. So it could happen as early as October 17th, or it could be the following Friday of October 24th. To think and let this sink in, your life will never be the same as an XRP holder after this day. And give a little time to season. It's just an announcement, but once these start to go live, that's when your life changes forever in a good, positive way, as we start to kind of dip into that supply that is available. And people do not realize, I'll say it again, there's an absolute tsunami amount of traditional money and traditional finance that will be gunning for your XRP. And yes, so Vincent Van Code up on X, it says, waiting for the ISO flip. I'll mention that in my episode like I did many times. He says, not for him. Nope, he's waiting for permission domains. I think that's the XLS 80 agreement. And when it gets passed, there's actually 3 of them altogether. But the banks, 100% he's correct, banks will not use and onboard and using XRP for cross-border and wholesale payments until there are permission domains, which basically means that you actually know, you can trust who's on the other side where you're sending that money. There are two other agreements too. So this is actually a must. It's like one of these that go up here when I talk about the things that have to happen. So the trifecta for October, once again, slightly updated as this day per that as well. So end of October, we can expect a Ripple Bank announcement. If they add in that Federal Reserve, that Federal Master account, God have mercy. The markets were just, the traditional finance will just be like, it's like such a checkmate move. Whereas for all these years, Ripple's been knocking on doors to the banks to get connected with traditional finance and the banks. Now Ripple could potentially be the bank, could potentially be the Federal Reserve. So that's one. Ripple Bank, hopefully the master account comes along with it, the Fed master account. Number two, the Clarity Act, I think should be signed and passed by the end of October latest. Now there's a potential it could happen by the end of this month, but I'm going to call it by the end of October latest. Number three, this is the new one, permission domains. Again, I would think that would also happen by the end of October at the latest. And if you ever see the way that voting works, it just slowly starts to move up. I think it needs 80%, and you can you can actually check on it and see what percentage they're at. And as soon as they get to 80, it's a done deal. So anyway, I expect that by the end of October as well. And then the fun one are is the BlackRock ETF. Bet your bottom dollar they will be throwing in their hat into the ring. So that's an October like we have never seen before. And then again, my $20 price prediction, my countdown clock, is now only 79 days away. Will we get it? I'm predicting that we'll have $20 on XRP, not because of FOMO, not because of retail FOMO, but because of the buying demand of the XRP ETFs. I think if they're approved like that second to, what I say, October 17th to 24th, they're approved then, and then it'll be like a foot race for them to start coming out. So if we can see a bunch of them start to come out in earnest, like within the first week of November or so, yeah, I think that's what will push our price up to a $20 Jackson XRP by November 22nd. Will we get to it? Comment down below. If we do, life will be fine as wine. Zero doubt that. I know I talk about 3 digits and 4 digits and 5 digits and so on, but no, for me, just that $20 that's Valhalla. Okay, so the best for last. This is for your pint of XRP hopium on this Thursday afternoon. Comes from King XRP up on X. He says XRP timeline. Signals to move to $227, and it's starting within 48 to 72 hours from now. So he thinks that it's probably by this weekend, sometime along this weekend, that we start to break out and make that massive move. That can take anywhere. It's really kind of fun the way it happens. I think it can happen like that big whole move, whether it's from, let's just say where we're at, from $3 to $30 or $3 to $20. It does it within usually about 40 days or less. So he says we start to make that move in 48 to 72 hours. Bring it. I'm excited about that. And then it hits that blow off top at $227. What would you do if you had a $227 XRP? Comment down below. In the last little bit of relief from Remy Relief and my quote of the day. Shout out to you, Remy. Says September Clarity Act. It says in September we get the Clarity Act. In October, he has the Federal Reserve. Does Ripple become the new bank, the new Fed? Many believe that could happen. He's saying it could happen in October. November, of course, we got SWIFT on that date, November 22nd. And then he goes on to say for December, an amazing XRP Christmas. And last but not least, he says XRP millionaires. He cites January, February, and March of 2026. And to that end, I actually have adjusted my timeline for my 1,000, not financial advice, 4-digit price, XRP price for myself. And with things taking longer, I'm actually pushing that till the end of March. We'll see. Could happen sooner. Anything can happen in this place. But if it does, we're all going to need a bigger boat. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.